What's up, guys? Let me know if you can, let me know when you can see me. Whew. It's too early for me. What's up? I'm on like 4 hours of sleep. I'm doing my best. What's up? All right, let me run through these names. Hold on. Ready? First of all, Ryan the Guy was here absolutely first. And then Sunculp, then Light Soul, Lights Out, General Bash. You guys were all here before the stream started. How you guys doing? Get some caffeine. I kind of tried. I was up until 5:30, just making sure that video got done. Man, I am struggling. Well, then I woke up at 9:30 because I had to make the thumbnail, and I need my wife to take the picture for me. So I had to wake up at 9:30 because she had to leave by 10. I just spilled water all over my desk. Oh, man. Hold on. Hold on. Well, that blew. Vampine, I love your face. General Bash, what time is it in Korea? Let me see how, because my computer was at like 5% when I finished uploading the video. We're just gonna let it go a little more. I'm gonna answer some questions and hang out with you guys for a sec. Watching you on Twitch last night. What's up, what's up, EB1? Yeah, I think a bunch of you guys were on Twitch last night. Tomatin, what's up, man? Is a name I recognize. More caffeine needed? Yeah. But I don't drink coffee is the thing. I'd love to go out and grab a Red Bull. Someone want to send me a Red Bull real quick? It's 3 a.m. in Korea. Is it 3 a.m. on Saturday or 3 a.m. on Friday? Wait. No, I mean 3 a.m. on Saturday or 3 a.m. on Sunday? What's up, Cinder? Cinder Hyman? Is that your real last name or are you trolling? By the way, just so you know, I'm still using my Twitch overlay. I haven't really made a YouTube one. So if any of you follow on Twitch, it pops up. It's 3 a.m. Sunday. Oh, dang. Getsuyobi. Why did that get held for review? Of course that should be shown. So we're going to let my computer charge a little bit more. And then we're going to get to work on the overlay, all right? International viewer, where are you at? Aaron Howie. Or should I say Aaron Howdy? How are you? How have you been? Aaron Howie's an OG, by the way. Like, from like one of my first streams. 3.5 years ago. Do you have any advice on new YouTubers trying to get noticed? Yeah, keep an eye on thumbnails and titles and recognize what catches your eye. And so you can get good at... I spend almost as much time on thumbnails and titles as I do on the actual video. So really look at thumbnails that you click on, look at titles that catch your eye, figure out what it is, and try to mimic that. Where do you tend to get a bigger viewership? Did you not watch this morning's video, Marty? Oh, jeez. The fact that you just made a howdy joke is the reason I stopped watching your streams. What are you talking about? That's your name on Twitch. I mean, Twitter. Your name is Aaron Howdy on Twitter. Get out of here. How dare you? I love your content, but the way you drink water is cringe. Why? Because I go like this? That's the only way to drink water. Behringer 802, good for newbie? Sure. What's up, Maria? People coming in here. So, Glitz just came in here like, please sub. Beg you don't. Last thing you want to do is beg someone to sub to you. By the way, don't turn into a charity case. Even if they do sub, you're a charity case of them. You're never a legitimate YouTuber if you do that. How dare me? How dare you? You didn't address my point. Is that Aaron Howdy is your Twitter name? Don't put that evil on me. Water drinking lessons by Harris himself. Guys suck to me. I have ligma. I'm even gonna approve that one. There you go, Braxky. Braxy. Now everyone can see it. Is there a Twitch stream soon? Yeah, so we're gonna stream on here for about an hour. Gonna work on make some progress on the new overlay, and then we're gonna jump straight over to Twitch. Can you make a vid on how to set up a console stream setup with the computer? Yeah, just get a capture card. By the way, there's a reason. Do you guys want to talk about something for a sec? There's a reason I don't do like as many straight up tutorials anymore. And not that I'm not going to. I'll keep doing like the advanced stuff, the stuff that's not on YouTube, but I don't do like there are so many channels that are like, this is how you make someone a VIP. This is how you do a game capture in OBS. Like all that stuff's been done. It's all been done a million times. And it's good. Like it helps. Like if you're going to do that, you have to do them all. You have to post a video every day of every little thing you can think of and just saturate the market. But none of your content's really great at that point. And you're just kind of the guy who has the answer for everything. And, you know, if you have a question, you just go there. But you don't really like, you don't listen to that guy. You don't sub to that guy, you know? There's no reason to sub to that guy. You don't want to know every little thing. You just want to search for stuff. Have you subbed to Pewds? Of course I've subbed to Pewds. How dare you, Dragon Slayer? Hey, what is better to stream, YouTube or Twitch? Blitzu. I literally posted a video about that this morning. By the way, if you want your name to pop up, just follow me on Twitch right down there. That's link in the description, but your name will pop up right above the little dancing Mario's head. How many of you guys listen to Trivium? Nolxia, I'm glad I helped you out. I don't know if I said your name right. Redundancy is not key. Do you recommend to grow on Instagram first, then start streaming on Twitch? Instagram's a little hard to grow on if you're not a pretty girl who... I mean, there are ways, or unless you want to do stupid comedy, there are ways to do it. Like, you know, if you're a good musician, if you do something more artsy, Instagram is great. Like if you're a great photographer, or yeah, you play an instrument really well, or for some reason if you make really not funny comedy videos, go on Instagram. But someone says Trivium's your second favorite band. My mom just sent me a clip of me playing in my high school battle of the bands, playing Like Light to the Flies. Because you know the singer Matt Hafey, you know he streams on Twitch. He follows me on Twitter. I want to get in a jam session with him. How cool would that be? What are you trying to get the overlay to look like? Clean. Clean. 2019 is all about clean. Overlays are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. They're just going to disappear. Why are you streaming only in 720? Should be in 900p. Can YouTube not do 900p? They may downscale. I have problems with latency in YouTube. Even right now, it's not showing me green stream health. It's showing me an orange stream health. Even though my internet's fine. I have no problem streaming on Twitch. I can't do low latency streaming on YouTube. I can't do super high quality streaming on YouTube. I don't know what it is. YouTube doesn't like it. What platform do you recommend starting to grow your social media? YouTube is amazing. You should always be active. You need a Twitter presence. Everybody needs a Twitter presence. That's how you connect with people. Like the fact that a lot of big streamers have like fewer Twitter followers than I do. People way bigger than me. There's an amazing girl streamer right now that I played with a couple weeks ago. Her name is Danuk D. She's blowing up. I just saw her streaming last night for 1,800 people when I first found her like 2 or 3 months ago. She was streaming for 50. She's blowing up. I don't know if you guys watch Danuk, but she's fantastic. She's incredible, and streams for like 18 times the amount of viewers that I have, and I've got like 4 or 5 times the amount of Twitter followers as she does. You need a Twitter presence. When I reach out to people on Twitter, and I have 13, 14,000 followers, like people take notice. You need that presence. Do you use Google Fiber? I do have Google Fiber. What if your content doesn't make sense on YouTube? If it doesn't make sense on YouTube, don't do it on YouTube. Do it somewhere else. Do it where the content will grow the fastest. What's up, Assassin Kill? How's it going, man? Best advice for a spouse who doesn't support your streaming goal. Ooh, that's a rough one. Look, marriage is incredibly important. If you have, just in general, if you have a toxic marriage, that's a whole different story. But if you have a good marriage, but streaming just happens to be a strain. By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear my room heater, my space heater. I'll turn that off in a sec. But this place is cold. That's why I got a sweatshirt and a blanket. I stream in a basement. I'll turn it off in a sec. But if streaming is like really your only strain on your marriage, you're gonna have to figure out how to balance it, because your marriage is really important. What's the girl streamer name? D-A-N-U-C-D. Danuk D. How do you grow a Twitter account? Just be active, post content. Ooh, we got our first super chat. Guys, I'm sorry. I use Streamlabs for YouTube and none of my alerts work. I don't know why. I gotta really figure that out. Now that I hired an editor, I actually have time to figure that out. Is it good to re-upload streams to YouTube? No. I would not. If you're just learning to edit videos and you don't have any subscribers, sure, go ahead and do it. But if you're trying to grow by re-uploading your Twitch content to YouTube, it's not going to work. You need to make original content. What should I prioritize buying if I'm on a budget? First thing you need is a mic and webcam. I'd get that. And when I say mic, I mean it can even be your headset mic. As long as they can hear you and see you, it's a good first step. Then I'd get a good light so people can see you well. That's a big thing that people forget. And I'm just talking, you can get like at Home Depot, you can get a stupid little dome light. I don't have one near me, but you can get a crappy little dome light and put a little, CFL twisty bulb. By the way, I meant to ask, Hatcheray, what is PLN? I don't know what that is. But thank you for the super chat, man. I don't even remember. I'm so tired. I don't even remember what I was saying. What's up, Alavwa? How do you get an editor? What were we even talking about? Oh, prioritize buy. Okay, yeah. Just get a cheap little dome light so you can concentrate light on your face. You just need to make sure you are brighter than your background. Harris was lying about Google Fiber. He would never get anything other than Comcast. Maria, how dare you? Never. Never again. I used Comcast for like 3 months and I wanted to kill myself. No joke. What if I don't want a face cam? You're Zimstar. If you don't want a face cam, growing on Twitch is going to be almost impossible. It's not going to be impossible, but it's going to... Here's the... Guys, I've said get a webcam to a lot of people, and I get a lot of comments saying, well, Lyric doesn't have a face cam. Well, so-and-so doesn't have a face cam. Guys, they are... First of all, they were in here years ago. Someone not having a face cam in 2012 is very different than someone not having a face cam in 2019, when it's really hard to grow. Second of all, they are the exception. They're not the rule. If you ever bank on being the exception and not the rule, you'll never grow. You need to assume in every situation that you are the rule, that you need to do everything you can. And the moment you start doing that, that's the moment this gets easier. It's Polish zloty. Dope, dude. Thank you. Yo, another super chat from Mr. Anderson. Can you help me with Brio settings? Mine are off. I mean, I don't know what the Brio settings look like, and I definitely can't do it on stream. I think I saw you mention that in Discord. I'll see if I can help you out sometime. All right, bud? Post a screenshot of it in Get Help and tag me. I'll bring you into like an operating room. We'll see what we can do. All right. Juan Ramir, yeah. Drop a question, bud. Did you return your SteelSeries headphones? I mean, I was using them last night until about midnight, so I definitely haven't returned them yet. I want to give them another chance. I want to see if there's something I'm doing wrong. There has to be something I'm doing wrong. There's no way that you can't use the line in without making it the primary audio input and turning off surround. Like, there's no way. There's no way. I don't believe that. I'm doing something wrong or it's broken. So I'm gonna give them another chance. By the way, they are also fantastic. I didn't want to turn it into like a SteelSeries bashing session. SteelSeries headphones are fantastic. When I was just gaming with them, I loved them. I was just having frustrations with them as a streaming tool. How do you promote a YouTube when you have 0 subs? YouTube has an algorithm. If you post good content with a catchy thumbnail and title, by the way, catchy thumbnail and title is the short answer to that question. Catchy thumbnail, catchy title will get you, and then SEO, search engine optimization. So type in the description, fill out as many tags as you possibly can. If you put the search engine in YouTube looks at the description just as much as it looks at the tags. So if you can write short little descriptions that also describe what your video is about in your description, YouTube's going to notice that, and search results are going to go your way. Is it okay to cut my streams into VODs and treat my stream as both stream and YouTube video? I answered that a little bit ago, Rude Boy. You probably weren't in here, but if you're just learning how to edit, that's a good way to learn to edit. If you're trying to grow doing that, you're not going to get anywhere. Has a Rebel T5i a clean HDMI? I don't know. I've never used a T5i. I want to try out my 70 and 80D, because if the 70 and 80D don't work, the T5i probably doesn't work. But I never tried turning off the autofocus. And with the SL2, as soon as you turn off the autofocus, the HDMI cleans out. So I'm going to give that a shot sometime. Wayne Wild, I'm glad you like the videos, man. I upload my clips from Twitch in a montage form. Is that good or no? I don't recommend reconstituting Twitch content as YouTube content. There's so much of that, and for the most part, unless you have a big following on Twitch, that you're just trying to like I make YouTube content to bring people over to my Twitch channel. If you are growing on Twitch and you're trying to remonetize that, like what Ninja does. Ninja has so many followers on Twitch. All he's trying to do is remonetize that by posting. Also, he's insane, so his clips are just crazy that he posts on YouTube. But he's just trying to bring Twitch over to YouTube, so he puts his Twitch content on YouTube. If you're trying to bring YouTube content, get YouTube viewers and bring them over to Twitch, posting Twitch content is not going to work. You need original content. Yo, Mr. Anderson, Is that your second one? Did I miss some? Yeah, dude, Mr. Anderson with another $5 super chat. My dude, thank you so much. I've been growing a bit on Twitch, but starting with caffeine, I see more opportunity as it's so much smaller. Yeah, hey, I got a lot of comments on this video. I don't know if you guys saw the video this morning. If you haven't, make sure after this stream or even during this stream, it's a short video. I'll still be streaming when you get back. I talked about why I stream on Twitch versus YouTube. We're streaming for 265 people right now. I do not get that many viewers on Twitch. I get about 120 to 130 right now on Twitch. And someone asked, if you're growing on faster on YouTube, why don't you grow on Twitch? And I answered that question. But then a couple of people said, well, hey, you never mentioned Mixer. What about Mixer or Caffeine or smaller channels? If you are trying to learn about social media, if it's not something you understand, if you don't know how to edit videos, if you don't know how to make thumbnails, if you don't know how to use the algorithm and grow past that difficult level on Twitch, it's so hard to get past 20 viewers on Twitch. It's so, that's like that weird little glass ceiling, you know? If you don't know how to do that, by the way, Hatchray, I'll answer your question after. I would absolutely recommend one of these smaller channels because that's what they advertise. They advertise to smaller streamers saying, hey, look at all these extra tools that we have to get you noticed that Twitch doesn't have. So yeah, I think it's a great idea. If you're trying to learn the game, if you're trying to get a new audience and you don't know how to make great YouTube videos yet, I would absolutely recommend something like Mixer or Caffeine, or maybe even Facebook. How to stream on speakers, not with headphones. Ooh. You can do it. I did it for a while. It's gonna be a little rough. Is there any way to talk to you in private just for a few minutes? I mean, I do conversations. If you need help on something specific, I do like conversations in Discord. I don't have any of my DMs open though. That got iffy. That got iffy on Discord. People get mad. Dude, when you give people too much access, they go overboard. They get inappropriate. And I don't mean like sexually inappropriate. I just mean like I had people getting really mad at me because I wasn't doing what they wanted in Discord, you know? Or like I would get angry DMs from someone because I wasn't playing with him enough. And so I just like, when I had some kid like rage on me in a DM in Discord because I didn't change the Discord to be what he wanted, I was like, screw it, I'm done. No, I'm closing my DMs now. Dude, Mr. Anderson, my man. Oh, yeah, Mr. Anderson, my dude, with another super chat. My dude, I had the CEO of Caffeine in my chat and he donated to me and told me my stream looks good. But I was playing with Nick A30 randomly in duos Fortnite. Dude, that's awesome. Congrats. Is it okay if YouTube content is very different from Twitch? That's a good question too. Your YouTube content should be a little different from Twitch. It shouldn't be the exact same thing, but the closer they are in branding, the easier it's going to be to cross-pollinate. Like, do you guys even want to do a design, or do you want to just make this like a Q&A? Should I just change the title? Make this like answering you guys' questions and hanging out with you guys? Or do you want to do some designing? I'm kind of enjoying this. So, I mean, like, let me give you an example though. So, as I've mentioned in a couple of my videos, I did music with my wife on YouTube, and we had over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. Super active following. I have over 60,000 followers on Instagram, and they're all pretty active. When I post a story, 5,000 people see it. But I would post a story saying I'm live on Twitch, 5,000 people would see it, none of them show up because they don't care. They're not there for it. They were there for my music. You know, I played a lot of guitar on Instagram. I did cute pictures with my wife on Instagram. It was, I had a, you know, my viewership is 80% female, 20% male on Instagram. And you guys want to do, I'm seeing a lot of both. All right, I'll pull out my computer in just a sec. We'll start doing that too. I just want to let it charge for a little bit longer. I guess I could plug it in. Yeah, we'll start in just a sec. the closer in subject that your two platforms are, the more cross-pollination you're gonna get. Because I have way more followers on Instagram than I have on YouTube, but I don't get anybody from Instagram, and I get an amazing number of followers from YouTube. I'm getting about 100 to 150 followers a day on Twitch, even on days when I don't stream. On days that I stream, I get about 200. Someone asked about Restreamio. Man, I've answered that question a lot, but I know I get a lot of new people in. You guys wondering about Restreamio? What I think about that? What's your Instagram? Just Harris Heller. Wait, is Millie in here? I didn't actually see Millie's message. I just saw Maria tag Millie's message. Hold on, I'm scrolling up. Never. People are never mad. We appreciate you. I definitely go overboard. Why don't you play with me anymore? Maria and Millie know exactly who I'm talking about, by the way. Two more OGs in here. You guys, this will be the first time. We just hit over 300 viewers for the first time. Congrats. Can I just say thank you for a second? Can I just say thank you to this community? Dude, the Alpha Gaming community is mind-blowing. And also, maybe I'm a little biased, right? Hold on, I'm gonna turn off the air. Maybe I'm a little biased, but I think if any community is gonna blow up, if any community is gonna be full of the most successful streamers, it's gonna be this one. Because I'm not, I mean, all my videos are meant to be positive, but they're not like light and fluffy. Oh, look at our stream. We're all gonna do great, guys. I'd like to be, if I'm gonna give advice, I'm gonna give realistic advice, you know? And you guys are the ones that listen and you stay anyway. And I think that's amazing. That just shows how dedicated you guys are to hearing what's gonna help, no matter how hard it is to hear, and doing it anyway. So if any group of people is gonna grow and explode on Twitch, is gonna be this one. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Whew, love your channels. Is it possible to stream to multiple streaming platforms at a time? Caffeine and Twitch, for example. Would you recommend it? That's what I asked earlier. If you guys want to hear it, yes. Restream.io is a way to do that, and I don't recommend it. And that's one of the hardest things to explain. You aren't allowed to say thank you, actually. Is that against terms of services, Aaron Howdy? Not allowed to say thank you. But, what was I going to say? I just totally lost my train. Guys, I'm on 4 hours of sleep. So if I lose my train of thought, that's usually what happens. Oh yeah, so Restream. I don't recommend it. Not that it's not a good tool in reaching new people, but what you gain from reaching new people, you end up hurt in your brand. Every platform has its own feeling, its own idea, its own brand that you need to build your brand around. And you need to show the people, hey, when I'm on this platform, I do this. And when I'm on this platform, I do this. You need to ask yourself, when someone tells their friend about you or about your content, what do you think they say? If they have 1 or 2 sentences to tell your friend about your content, what is it that they say? And that is like the foundation. That's the essence of your brand. And if you're just throwing all of your content on every platform at the same time, what you're showing people is that your brand doesn't matter to you. You're just trying to get your face as many places as possible, regardless of what the content is. And it makes you look honestly, it makes you look kind of desperate, because you're willing to give up your brand for any exposure you possibly can. And 2, you end up splitting your audience. You can't, when people are when you have 2 people in this chat room and 2 people in this chat room, and you're talking to these 2 people, and these 2 people are saying, who's he talking to? This isn't even a conversation happening in the chat. It turns people off. So no, I wouldn't recommend restreaming at all. Make content for different platforms individually. All right, I'm gonna grab my computer. Let's see if we can do a little bit more work on this design. This stream needs to get at least 250 likes now. Yeah, guys, we're at 320 viewers. Last stream we got up to 250. I thought that was amazing. We're at 320. How many of you guys are going to jump into the Twitch stream and just blow people's minds on Twitch right after this? Maria has a good point. Maria always has a good point. Maria has never had a point that wasn't good. Harris is constantly running on 4 hours of sleep and he still complains about it. 4 hours of sleep is the new Microsoft and Comcast. I do complain about Microsoft and Comcast a lot because they're awful and they deserve it. They're both companies that should be burned to the ground. Is it necessary when you are a new streamer to show your face, or can you be a streamer without sharing your face? I answered this a little earlier, but I know a lot of you guys weren't here. No, I wouldn't bank on growing without a camera anymore. I wouldn't expect that to work. It, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know. Do you guys want to look up when Lyrics started? When did Lyrics start streaming? We're going to find this out. Streaming since 2011. He's been streaming for 8 years. That's the only reason that he is able to be as big as he is without a camera, because he's been here since 2011. It's not going to happen in 2019. Doesn't happen anymore. I'd even say that he got lucky. He even said in his tweet he got lucky. People do get lucky, by the way. I know I make videos about like not banking on luck. I know people get lucky. I'm not saying people don't get lucky. I'm just saying the more you hope to get lucky rather than creating the success yourself, the lower of a chance is actually going to happen. Follow Harris on Twitch. That's my greatest point right there. See, Maria's always right. Maria always has great points. You should always trust Maria, no matter what she says. If Maria tells you to do drugs, do drugs. I'm just kidding. Don't do drugs. You know what? We got enough battery. We got 82%. I don't need the charger. By the way, my mother-in-law gave me this shirt. Liquid Chat grew this year and he doesn't have a cam, but he's on Liquid. If you're a pro, that's another thing. If you're a pro gamer, these rules don't apply to you anymore. If you're a pro gamer, you can do whatever you want. I shouldn't say whatever you want. If you have the backing of Liquid, I want to do a video on really bad advice I've seen big streamers give. Aaron says do drugs. My laptop is not doing webcam's full quality help. You probably need to go into your properties and change the resolution inside the properties in OBS. The C920 does that also. When you first pull up the C920 in OBS, it's a really small webcam, and then C920 can do 1080p. You have to go in and actually change it to 1920 by 1080. Drugs are bad, okay? Just need high quality gameplay. Look, high quality gameplay, it's not just high quality gameplay, it's high quality gameplay and immediately the clout of being on Team Liquid. If you're a professional Team Liquid player, honestly, you can sit there and troll and sit on a home screen or sit on a menu screen of an NES Ninja Turtles game for 5 hours and people will come and listen to you because you're living the dream. People want to hear what you do. How about Wadu? Yeah, but Wadu was a famous stream. Hey guys, anytime you bring up someone who got famous without a camera, there's a reason for it. They're not your average person. Wadu, first of all, Wadu again got lucky. There's an exception to every single rule. Every single rule is going to have an exception. You need to assume you're the rule. The moment you start assuming or hoping that you're the exception, it's the moment you fail. Because I know there are exceptions to the rule. You can't expect that. It doesn't work that way. You have to assume you're the rule. You have to assume that if something lessens the quality of your stream, that's going to ruin you. That's the only way you're going to grow. I've never seen the C922. I've had a lot of people ask me about it. I should really look into it. What if I'm too ugly for a cam? Evolve, I feel like that's a troll, but your looks don't determine how well. I mean, again, if you're a super pretty girl, it does make it easier, but being unattractive does not ruin you on live streaming. Hold on, someone was asking a question up here, and I saw it and I missed it. When is the point where you'd recommend stop trying to make it on social media? Oh, that's a good question. When you give up? Look, if it's your dream, I'm not opposed to the whole not giving up thing, but be responsible. Recognize, especially if you have kids or a spouse or someone relying on you, and work and take care of them and sacrifice other things. Sacrifice, if you watch a little bit of Netflix, if you have a show that you like to turn on, spend that time instead. There is always time in your day to add it. Make sure you're not hurting those around you, and make sure you're making sacrifices to you, and make sure you're not sacrificing the well-being of the people around you. I always wish that I was born a hot girl, Kevin. Don't we all? Don't we all? When are we going to talk about booby streamers? Can you play guitar now? When I tried to set up my new headphones yesterday, I had to unplug the whole system. So I'll have it back live by Monday to do guitar streams. Don't worry about it. But not today. By the way, just a reminder, everyone, to do... my brain is going blank. Yeah, follow me on Twitch. We're going to go live on Twitch in about a half hour as soon as this stream's over. And... I'm gonna break some crazy numbers on Twitch. We've never gotten above 200 viewers organically. The only time we've gotten to the 190s, but we've never gotten over 200 viewers just by going live. And we've got 300. Last time we went live on YouTube just a week ago, we had about 250 YouTube viewers. Now we have 345 right now. This growth is just insane. So let's see if we can get over 200. See if we can get over 200 without a host. That'd be dope. Your ping increases when you use Wi-Fi. That's a huge problem. Yeah, I don't stream on Wi-Fi. Use hardwired if you can. OBS Live versus Streamlabs. I use vanilla OBS. I don't use either of those. But I'm not a fan of Streamlabs OBS. Are stream teams worth joining? Oh, all right. Here's a good question before I get into this. All right. Look at all these follows. Look at you guys following me on Twitch. I'm excited to see you guys in the Twitch stream after this. Stream teams, be careful. No joke. Be careful. I actually want to get a hold of... Do you guys know who Omid is? Do any of you guys follow Omid? Honest question. Do any of you guys follow Omid from the company OP Group? I'm going to wait for this answer, because this is important. Vanilla OBS, I just meant regular OBS, by the way. Splash Hyper. The word howdy haunts me. Then why is it your Twitter name? Okay, I'm not seeing anybody saying they follow Omid. If you want to know about turning your stream into a business and protecting yourself, go and follow Omid. O-M-E-E-D. He's the CEO of OP Group, and he does... Nobody in here follows him. I don't see a single person in here who follows him here. I'm gonna bring up his Twitter. One sec. Hold up. Why is this not... Oh, I know why. My bad. One sec. One sec. Let's also do this. What the what? I broke something. Everything broke. Why does it not recognize a second monitor? Dude, my headphones screwed up everything. Because I can't even... It's like it doesn't even recognize I have a second monitor anymore. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. We're gonna fix this. There it is. That's weird. Hold on. I'm gonna close OBS real quick. And we're gonna reopen it, because I think OBS is a little broken. Guys, 380 viewers. This is really important. By the way, those of you who just jumped in, someone asked the question, should you join a stream team? There we go. That fixed it. Okay. This guy. CEO of OP Group, Online Performers Group. OP Group represents a large handful of big streamers. Anthony Kong fan is one that I remember. I don't remember. There's a good handful of them. This guy here, just looking at his tweets. Where's a good one? I was reading him the other day. I've been following this guy for a little bit. So I was never a pro player, but I've been an online gamer for 17 years. Entered the game industry 9 years ago. Went to E3 for a press website. Interviewed several companies. I was so excited, but whenever I got every person interviewed, he made me prove I was a gamer. He'll comment a lot on these large stories. This happens too often in press rooms. John interviews, and often in a person's own channel. How do we fix it? Play through. Don't let some jackass take your games, identity, career away from you. He gives a lot of really, really good advice. He talks a lot about companies taking advantage of small streamers. And that's something that I see a lot. Here, I'm going to pull it back up. It's just at Omid. If you want advice for streaming as a business, follow him. I had a phone call with this group just a couple weeks ago. Because honestly, if I'm going to be represented by anyone, they're at the top of my list. I haven't really dived into a lot of representation yet because I'm still waiting on Twitch to get back from the holiday and verify me. And as of right now, because I'm not verified, there will be some big companies that'll still try to take advantage of me. And I don't have as much leverage until I have that little check mark. And the moment I have that check mark, the moment I have more leverage. In terms of, someone just subbed to me on Twitch while we're talking on YouTube. That's dope. The moment I have the check mark, I have more leverage and I can get a better deal. So I haven't even been reaching out to any management groups because I want as much leverage as possible. And you should do the same thing. By the way, let's talk about that. Speaking with management, speaking with stream groups, should you join one? Do not join one until you actually have something to offer. And I don't mean in your eyes. All of you have something to offer, but don't join one until you have something to offer in their eyes. Does that make sense? Because if you try to look at it from their perspective and you're saying to yourself, why is this person bringing me onto their team? I stream for less than 20 people. I'm not a pro. What is it that's... a lot of people are just desperate to get that in their name. I want to be a part of a stream team because it makes me look better. It doesn't. Another sub on Twitch. I'm excited to see you guys in the Twitch channel. Thank you so much. If you can't figure out what you have to offer, then the answer to that is free advertising. I don't know if I say it and... You mean the 75 viewer partnership one? Yeah. Ever since I hit the number for partnership, like the day Twitch went out of town for the holidays, and they're not back until Monday. So I'm just waiting for them to get back, and then I've got someone on the back end pushing it for me. But I've seen people with very small numbers join. I was talking to someone the other day, and he's a part of a stream group, a stream team. And I asked him, and he's advertising a drink brand. He's advertising like 3 or 4 brands on his stream. And I said, why are you advertising these people? And they said, oh, they're sponsors of my stream team. I said, well, what do you, like, do you get free product out of it? No. What do you get out of it? I think I get a discount. Look at all these subs. If anything, right now is the time to sub. With almost 400 viewers. Most people are going to see your name. He's advertising. He's using his stream as an advertisement for a company that is giving him a discount on their product. He is being taken advantage of. And if you try to get sponsors, if you go out and actively seek out management and sponsors and deals before you have a lot to offer, you're going to be taken advantage of. So just be careful. It's not worth it. You're not going to make any money. You're not going to get viewers from it. It's not going to benefit you until you have something to offer. I need to make a YouTube video on that. I actually want to do it with Omid. It'd be really cool to have someone who does this for a living, someone who represents streamers for a living. I would love to have him as a part of it. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, if you guys tweet at me, I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. If you guys tweet at me, your tweets pop up on the stream. So follow me on Twitter. There's another sub. Who's that by? Hold on, I've got the list right here. I'm going to call out these subs real quick. Race with Mikey, Nashi, Rectify Live, and Habusai. Thank you guys for the subs. You guys are the goats. Manuel, I'm from Portugal, and here not many people watch Twitch. Do you guys have any tips for me and other people to grow? Well, if not many people there watch Twitch, it sounds like you speak English. How's your English? Maybe do some English streams. I don't know a lot about foreign streaming. I haven't looked a lot into it, and so I'm not going to give a ton of advice on something I don't really know about. The last thing I want to do is BS some advice for you guys. You guys want to see the? Let's at least take a look at the design I'm working on. By the way, oh, this is the thumbnail for the latest video. These are the pictures my wife took. By the way, Blackscape with the sub. I think we've gotten like 5 subs without even being live on Twitch. You guys are insane. The big 400. Did someone see 400 viewers? It still shows 388 for me. Did we pass 400? By the way, I plan on doing these YouTube live streams every morning, and I want to get some. Now that I've gotten an editor, he started editing for me this week. I'll have more time by RL Kendrick. RL Kendrick, thank you so much for the sub. I'll have more time to work on overlays and stuff. I haven't had time because I've been putting my head down and just grinding out YouTube videos. But so next week I'll have a lot more overlay design content for you guys on stream. I haven't even touched it since the last YouTube stream. But yeah, that was me working on the latest the latest YouTube thumbnail. Oh, it just says 400 for me. This is the first time we passed 400 on YouTube, guys. You guys are incredible. Can we get 400 people in the Twitch stream after this? How do you get past the YouTube algorithm where you can't be found? Good quality thumbnails and titles are massive. Learning how to watch videos on how to utilize the YouTube algorithm. I've done that. I've been on YouTube for 5 years full time, and I do that. So there's no shame in watching videos on how to utilize the YouTube algorithm. Things like putting the topic of your video, or putting the hot button word in your title earlier in the title makes a big difference. Like the video why Twitch growth is almost impossible. I almost titled that video why it's almost impossible to grow on Twitch. But I knew people were going to be searching for the phrase Twitch growth. And so I put that earlier in the title. I rephrased it to why Twitch growth is almost impossible. That makes a huge difference. You wouldn't think it does. That makes a huge difference. Things like that. When you're partnered on Twitch, you're not allowed to stream on YouTube anymore, I think. Keno, were you the person that commented that on Twitch? I've heard different things. I think it depends on what your... I think you can negotiate I think if you just like straight up sign up, just like apologize and sign up, or apply for it and sign up, I think your contract might have it in there. I've heard that, but I think you can negotiate that. And I've had some partners tell me, no, you can do that now. You can stream on YouTube now, but you have to make sure there's at least an hour of space after. Like if you go from YouTube, or if you go from Twitch to YouTube, there has to be at least an hour in between. So, I don't know. When we're negotiating my contract, I'll let you guys know. Unless there's an NDA and I'm not allowed to tell you, I will tell you as much as I can. Get this man the following he deserves. My crazy family's channel. You're the goat. Thank you so much. How'd you make the cool outline around your camera monitor? I use a program called Apple Motion for that kind of stuff. Here, I'm going to show you guys, since we don't really have a lot of time to actually get down to design. Let me just show you, rather than like trying to design something new in the next 10 minutes, let me show you some of the stuff I've done. Let me show you my Twitch. Let me show you this overlay. All right. I'm going to show you this overlay right here. Shoot, I did the wrong one again. So let's open this up. Geeks Life, can you stream on both, just not you can stream on both, just not simultaneously. Okay. I think it depends on the contract. Is it? Yeah. By the way, I'm as soon as I finish my overlay, I'm gonna adjust this one so you guys can use it. But this is my overlay right now. You can see it animated now. It's just about a 6-second loop. That's all it is. I'm a Twitch verified partner, and they said I just can't simulcast. Content on Twitch can go on YouTube after 24 hours. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard different things from a lot of different people, so that's really cool to know. Thanks, man. I appreciate the super chat, by the way. You're the GOAT. But yeah, that's just a 6-second loop, right? So what I did was originally, this is the file. You guys ready to see the file? So this is my video. I made this out of the weirdest thing. You would not believe what I made this out of. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can find it. Is that what I called it? Here, I know I've got the original file in here somewhere. Check this out. Oh, it should actually be in here. Here, let's just do it in here. Watch this. Oh, no. I had to re-upload it. Basically, it was a slow motion video of people squirting ink into water. So it's like that weird, super slow, cloudy effect. And I added like 5 different, I had like a gradient reshade. I added a, like a prism effect. I added a lot of different stuff. You can kind of see like the pink area. Like at the bottom, there's like a pink area growing up from the bottom. That's what was the original ink. It was originally blue ink on a white background, and I regradiented the whole thing. And what I did is I took that, and I used what's called a mask. So I made a shape. You can see the shape right here. It's kind of small. But basically, this shape is the same shape as the corners up here. And then I have another version. This one right here is the lined outline. And I cut out everything but that shape. And then the way I made these corners look like they're like a crystal, you know, is that I had a dark outlined the right side and I light outlined the left side. So it looks like it's beveled. Let me see if I can turn those off. Here we go. See the difference? This is without it. This is with it. So that's what gives it that crystal-y look. You're on Crapple, 100%. 100%. Do any creative work, do it on a Mac. Can you help me? I stream both on YouTube and Twitch. I don't have a computer. Any help? I don't understand what the question is. If you're already streaming, what do you need help with? Is that all WebM format? Why WebM? So I'm not editing. You don't really edit in WebM. It's more of an end file type. So I edit. I mean, this is all in anim. None of these are like, this isn't even a file yet. This is a project. I create everything in here, then I export it as, here, I'll show you. I export it as Apple ProRes 4444. It's a super uncompressed file type, and it has a transparent background. So every area that's black is actually see-through. If you export it as a regular video, the black is gonna be black. And so I'd have black all around my overlay. So you export it as Apple ProRes 4444, which has that transparent layer. And then you convert that to WebM, because it literally brings the file type down by 1/100th of the size. It's super high quality. It does take up a little more CPU usage, but I mean, you'd kill your RAM if you didn't convert it to WebM. Looks like unicorn farts. I support that. That's actually what I was going for. I was like, Kenzie's my wife. Kenzie, I need to make a new overlay. I think I want to go for unicorn farts. That was the goal. Did I nail it? Sounds like I nailed it. Can the C930E pull 60 frames per second on 1080p? I actually don't know. I've never used the C930E. Google it. I'm sure it'll say on the product site. Do you think it's okay to stream on a gaming laptop if it can handle it? Yeah, absolutely. Why not? What software is this? This is Apple Motion. It is a little bit more of a complicated software. I've been dabbling with it for like 10 years now. So I've gotten pretty familiar with it. But I mean, once you kind of get the idea of how it works, you know, you got your inspector over here that has all the properties. So if I choose any file, you know, I can move it, I can scale it, I can rotate it. All the things are just like right over there. And then you have your layers in here and a timeline down here. It's pretty straightforward. Can you be my stream editor? No. I'm extremely familiar in Final Cut Pro. Would Motion be more intuitive for me? I use both of them for very different things. I edit all my videos in Final Cut. I do my animating. This has way more control over animations. Like, for example, if I do, what's another thing that I just did recently? Let me open up, here's the Bulbasaur sub. Let me get rid of this one. I don't want them both open at the same time. Hold on. There we go. Right? So I did this in Motion. Because if I click on Bulbasaur, you can actually see I have control over what the actual trajectory of his jump looks like. The purple line is the y-axis, the green line is the x-axis. You have so much control over him. That's what gives it an arc shape instead of just going boop. I can give it an arc shape by doing that. So you have a lot of really cool options. So yeah, I use so Apple Motion is akin to Adobe After Effects. It is definitely a streamlined version. It's only $50. It's a lot cheaper than After Effects, but you can do some cool stuff in After Effects you can't do in Apple Motion. But I just don't really need it. And I've been using Motion for years, and I got it for free because I used to work for Apple. I would never edit a YouTube video in Motion. I'd never do that. It's so insane. Guys, we're gonna jump over to Twitch though. All right. Is everyone in here following me on Twitch? There's a link in the description. It's just twitch.tv/HarrySeller. We're going to jump over onto Twitch. We're going to jump in some games. And we're going to keep this going, hanging out with you guys. Chilling out, answering questions. So for the next little bit, I'm going to hang out here for another 5 or so minutes while you guys go follow me on Twitch. If you haven't seen the new YouTube video I posted like an hour ago, make sure you post it. But yeah, go ahead and jump for the next couple minutes. Go ahead and jump. Hit me with some follows on Twitch, and I'm going to jump over there in just a sec. What got you into streaming? Honestly, the first time I ever heard of Twitch was Twitch Plays Pokemon. Do you guys remember Twitch Plays Pokemon? I remember looking at that and being like, what? How have I not known about this? This is amazing. But I want to share something with you guys real quick. I want to share something kind of personal. All right. I struggle. I put on a good face. I'm 30 years old. I come from a very social family. And so I've had a lot of time to observe social skills, but I struggle socially. I don't like being around a lot of people. I don't like being around people who are tough guys and have to be socially dominant. You know, once you get more than like 3 or 4 people to a group, it starts to feel like a battle for social dominance, and I hate that. I've always hated that. I'm not great socially. There's a disconnect between my brain and my mouth where sometimes I have a hard time communicating my thoughts into words, and that sounded really dumb. I didn't just explain that very properly, but I've always been, I was always the weird. I've got 3 siblings. There are 4 kids in my family, and they were all super popular, super cool. I love them. I have the best family in the world. There's no place it's my second favorite place to be. I like being alone in my basement. I like working. I love that. And you know, and being with my wife. And then after that, I love being home with my family. They're incredible. But they were all homecoming prom candidates. you know, cheerleaders. My brother's a, you know, football and soccer player. Like, it wasn't, I was different, and it bothered me for a long time. For some reason, I don't know why. Even when I make videos, there's a reason. Someone asked me, he's like, your quick cuts are cringy. Because I cut between sentences a lot. And it's because when I'm sitting there in front of a camera, my mind goes blank. I don't know why. I can't talk to a camera very well. But for some reason when I'm streaming, everything just disappears. Like, I'm in a room with 350. I was in a room just a minute ago while everyone's left to go follow me on Twitch. But I'm in a room with 400 people right now, and I feel on top of the world. And even a month ago when we had 20 people in here, talking to those 20 people, I felt more comfortable socially than I ever did in my life. I don't know why. I'm still talking to a camera. It's the same thing, but for some reason I feel safe and I feel comfortable, and it flows like it never has before. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys coming in here and being a part of this. It means the world to me. That's why I stream. That's why I've made such an effort to make this my career, because it's the place where I feel like I'm the best me. I'm going to jump onto Twitch. Thank all of you guys for following. Oh, by the way, one last, I want to address, someone said, ignore haters. I've always been good at ignoring haters. Haters have never bothered me. My dad's a politician. Right now, until this next inauguration, he's actually a U.S. senator. I've never really talked about it because he's been in an election cycle for the last 2 years, and I didn't want my social media getting in the way of that. But as a U.S. senator, it doesn't matter how amazing of a person you are, and he's the best man I've ever known. I've never known someone better. I've never known a better man than my dad. But it doesn't matter. You get death threats no matter who you are. And he would take death threats and he'd print them out and he'd put them in a binder. At least this is his story. I don't know if it's true, but whenever he needs a good laugh, he reads these stupid threats because usually they're sent by really dumb people. No smart person sends a death threat to a politician. No intelligent person thinks that's a good idea. So they're usually worded really poorly. They're really dumb. And like, he gets a good laugh out of them. Doesn't matter who you are. If you're a politician, you get death threats. That's just the way the world is nowadays. But anyway, guys, I love you guys. Pop on over to Twitch. I will be live there in like 2 minutes. All right. You guys have an incredible 2 minutes. Let's hang out on Twitch for a couple hours. Deal? Thank you, Jeffrey. Class is important to me. Being a classy person is a top priority of mine. Always has been. Oh, that's why I put that over here. Shoot. This is going to be a struggle. I got a cable going across the middle of my desk. I love you guys. See you there. Hey, you should die, Harris.